Thank you very much, Shox. I am joined by MAXLORE and Power of Evil. Now, first question, MAXLORE, you come into playoffs, right off the bat, you 3-0 someone. You absolutely crush someone in the first round. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty fantastic, of course. It was, I expected a 3-1 actually due to how we played in scrims, but on stage we just transitioned so well and we just played like a team. It was beautiful League of Legends.
Now, Power of Evil on the other side, last season, spring split rather, it took a reverse sweep. It took like MISFITS against the odds to come back against a 0-2 start against Splice. What's different about spring compared to summer that you're able to come so much more confident into these playoff matches?
Well, so first of all, we have way better communication than in Spring Split. Spring Split, Kakao didn't provide so much communication, more like mechanically skill. So it was really hard to figure out how to win games and how to draft. And today, I think we just went into the games really, really confident, and we had a really good week of scrims, and we just played really, really good as a team. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, it looked really good across the board. Maxwell, I want to go back to some of the picks that you brought out today, Game 2, Game 3 specifically. Poppy, I want to start off. This was the XERXE special, and you brought it out against the Zach, and honestly, when I saw it picked, I was stunned. How much planning, how much prep went into pulling this pick out on stage?
To be honest, we went into scrims this week to not pick Zach if Poppy's open, and we actually never played Poppy because no one picked Zach. So now on stage, he picked Zach, you know, and I had to convince my team to pick me Poppy, and it worked out pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay, so it did, but where does the confidence come from on your end to just go, hey, I've never played this in scrims, but I can do this, I can pull this out?
Well, he has a mid laner who tells me every day, Poppy's fucking broken against Zach. It's insanely strong, just pick it, and yeah, just backing you up, bro.
Well, to be honest, it's another tank, right? It's another Maokai. It's super easy to play. Just know where the Zach is and press W.
I mean, but even off the first gank, you were able to set up Power of Evil for success on the Lucian pick, Lucian into Kassadin. Was that always going to be an easy matchup, or was it the first blood coming in for MAXLORE that just made it so easy for you?
I honestly didn't really understand the Kassadin into the Lucian, since Lucian destroys Kassadin early game. He has a magic shield and he's melee range, so you just make fun of him in the lane. And then we have Poppy for like really, really good dives, right? Because Poppy hard wins Zach, so he can contest all camps. We can even 2v2 dives in mid lane. That's what we called in game as well. That even if Zach comes, we just interrupt his jump, so he's useless of defending the dive. And it was just a really, really easy game from that point, since I get first blood and Lucian, who snowballs, is really, really OP.
Now, looking across it, this was once again a fantastic series, but I want to go back a little bit to the regular season. Honestly, it felt like a struggle for the last couple of weeks. You guys had some good games, you guys had some bad games. I think we as a broadcast team were very much saying Power of Evil is the only man who can carry this team. And while you did admittedly have a fantastic Lucian game, it feels like everyone, including yourself, MAXLORE, ALPHARI, Hussain, IGNAR, stepped up today. So for you, MAXLORE, like, what is the difference maker here? Why are we seeing this change for MISFITS now in the playoffs versus in the regular season?
I would say that we understand the draft and the game. Just our overall improvement has been fantastic. During LCS, we actually tried a lot of stuff on stage, like Graves jungle, which I never played again after that loss against Fnatic. Oh, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, we're working as a team really well. We understand what we want from each other. We got the bot lane duo pick sorted, and against Unicorns especially, we knew coming in what are their strong picks. So maybe it won't be as easy facing our next team. However, because we came in strong knowing that we just banned these few champions and they're off their comfort picks, we can take the series pretty convincingly.
I honestly believe that we outdrafted them in every game. I think our coaching staff did insanely good drafts today. Like every game I felt really, really confident about like every matchup. We nearly got always like pushing lanes and the better outcome, I would say. So I would say like today we just like, it's even more easily to go into the game with like a huge confidence boost by winning the draft.
So how much do you think this is going to be viable in the future to get these good drafts? Do you think you guys are going to be consistently able to outdraft at this level, or was a lot of your success today credited to the draft, and are you concerned that things might start to get a little bit harder if you can't have the same success?
Well, honestly, obviously it's going to be harder since Fnatic is a really, really strong team. We face them in semis, I think, so...
It's actually going to depend, but continue. We can break down that.
All right, but I don't think it matters that much. We always do kind of the same amount of draft preparation, and I would just say it was an excellent job this time from Hiva and Hussain.
All right, so I'm going to break this down for you, Maxwell. This is going to be a question, but just to give some context for anyone watching. So in the event that Splice win tomorrow, you guys will play against H2K. In the event that G2 win, you'll play against Fnatic. So coming into semifinals, H2K or Fnatic, who would you rather be faced up against and why?
I would say, honestly, for myself, I'd rather face Fnatic because if we beat them, we'll like there's a high chance of us auto qualifying to Worlds. So I'd rather not let my fate be decided by someone else, and we have the chance to kind of get to Worlds by beating Fnatic.
So less about individual team strengths, worrying about how the teams are going to play, and more about just looking at championship points, bottom line, trying to qualify for Worlds.
I'm not really worried about any team. We're at a really good form right now, so.
All right, well, on your side, Power of Evil, Fnatic, you got to go up against Caps. H2K, you got to go up against Fabian. How do you feel about playing against either or as far as those mid laners go?
I think they're both really skilled, so for me, honestly, it doesn't matter. I would agree to what Maxo said, and I would prefer to face Fnatic as well.
All right, final question for both of you. How far are the Misfits going to make it? It was a 3-0 today. Can you make it all the way to the finals?
Of course.
Why would you even ask that?
I mean, I want to hear you say yes. That's
But
why.
You want to hear, no, I don't think we're going to make it, like, seriously.
That
It's
would
over, it's
also-
over.
that
We
would
can't do anything.
also
We're
be a-
against Fnatic next. Like, they're just the kings of Europe. What can we do at this point? We're taking a vacation.
I mean, I just wanted to hear you guys be confident.
Time to get to Gauntlet.
All right, well, good to hear the confidence. Glad you guys are in a good enough mood to troll me here. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thanks.
Congrats again on the 3-0 over the Unicorns of Love and your place in Paris, as well as the semifinals. That's going to do it for us here. We'll send it back to Shocks and the desk to end out the day.
Oh my God, they just destroyed Dracos. I
I mean,
saw what he was going
hey,
for. I saw what he was going for.
We have to ask our guests as well. Will you guys make it to Worlds?
Stop laughing at it.
We're lucky. It's 50-50.
Maybe.
Hey, Martin, when was the last time